When we are looking for a healing, what we're really looking for is a change. What is reconnective healing? Well, first and foremost, reconnective healing is not a modality or a technique. Reconnective healing is simply about reconnecting to our wholeness, to our balance. We are divine. We are all one, a part of Source, God, Creator, all that is, love, however you like to call it, whichever word resonates with you. However, in our life, here on earth, we often lose that balance. So as we reconnect to that balance, to our wholeness, to our innate born divinity, and that high frequency of light comes through us in the reconnective frequencies, all the lower density that is causing us suffering, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, it simply falls away. It dissolves. It has nothing left to hold on to. Now, reconnective healing is not focusing on a specific treatment or a diagnosis, like in the medical industry or in other healing modalities. Reconnective healing is simply addressing the whole, that seeking of a return to balance, that reconnection, right? It is not giving that balance, it is reconnecting to that balance that we are innately, divinely connected to. Utilizing the reconnective frequencies of energy, light, and information, you, I, and Source all become one, and in that moment, the infinite intelligence of your being is doing the healing. I, as a practitioner, am the facilitator of that healing, and it is my privilege and honor to be a part of it. As the practitioner, I simply open the door as the catalyst to the reconnective frequencies for you, and you, as the client and the receiver, even though I'm the receiver too, you simply surrender, you accept, you walk through that door, and you say, I'm ready, I'm open, my expectations are zero, and I know anything and everything is possible. And the more open, the more receptive, the more willing you are to change, to heal, to grow, to open, to accept, to love, to surrender, the more amazing, beautiful, profound changes you can experience in a session. So when you come in for a reconnective healing session, it's really not even necessary to address to the practitioner what specifically you're looking for with the healing, because this is dealing with all levels: physical, spiritual, mental, and emotional, all at once. And one addresses the other, and we don't always know the correlation or the connection between what we are seeking to have healing and what actually needs to be healed, to be reconnected. In reconnective healing, we do not use crystals, protection, or any of these things. It is simple. It is simply about wholeness, about balance, about connecting with Source, with the universe, with God, with love, with all that is. There is no need to have help, assistance, or any of those fear-based ideas. So what can you expect in a reconnective healing session? Well, first of all, reconnective healing is hands off. I do not put my hands on your body at all, ever. This is the frequencies, and they actually increase with distance. And there's all kinds of different experiences that you can have. Now, it's individual, and so one person will experience one thing, another person will experience something completely different, and that will be exactly perfect for each individual. For example, some people are very visual and will see things. Some people will just fall asleep, which can be just as beautiful and just as healing. Some people will experience physical sensations, some people will experience physical changes quickly after, and many people will experience those trickling down over weeks or even months because there's a deeper reason, maybe something emotional, maybe something mental, maybe a bit of a gap or a crack in the energy that needs to be sealed. And then with that sealing, a mental change comes and an emotional change comes, which leads down the road, and then a physical change will come as well. The idea, and that's so important, is to not have an expectation of it, because you don't know exactly how that healing needs to take place. Consciously, we get in the way. We mentally decide, we think we know what exactly it is, but the intelligence of our soul, of our being, knows best. And so we step back, we get out of the way, and we allow the infinite intelligence of your body, your mind, your soul to do the work. Now, many people will experience physical healings and physical changes, but it's not limited to that. Sometimes it's about changing your dynamic in relationships, the way you see the world, the way you approach the world. Suddenly life gets easier. One of the most beneficial and profound, and actually one that I really experienced when I began Reconnective Healing, when I had sessions done for me, is that I felt like I was all of a sudden discovering the answer that I've been looking for forever. And the most amazing thing is, I didn't even know I was looking for it. Perhaps I was looking for a healing in a different way, in a different, maybe in a physical sense, and what actually came to me was a light bulb, an epiphany, an aha, increased awareness. So many changes can come. Increased awareness, increased ability to go and enter life joyfully, increased function, increased joy, increased libido, increased all of these fabulous things. So many different outcomes for so many different people. So it's very, very important to not have an expectation of what you want it to be, but to just surrender, to open up to it. Now, as I said, many of these sessions will trickle and kind of time release over time, right? And so many times you will have a session, you will lie there, and maybe you'll sleep. Maybe you'll drift off for a bit. Maybe you'll feel a few sensations, and when it's over, you're thinking, well, what now? Wait. Be patient, watch it unfold. It's a beautiful thing, and it's beautiful how the infinite intelligence knows the perfect timing of it. We as humans are often so impatient, and we want to see a specific result. But seeing specific results and taking other things to achieve those specific results is not necessarily the best ultimate way for us to heal. We need to allow that infinite intelligence of our soul to do what it knows to do best. The frequencies of Reconnective Healing facilitate this for me, for you, and for everyone you will encounter afterwards. Reconnective Healing is ultimately about a vibrational shift in our bodies, in our cells, in our DNA. As we go through the Reconnective Healing process, we begin to emit higher frequencies of light. And as we begin to emit these higher frequencies of light, we will watch and observe our lives changing in ways we never dreamed of. It is so important to not have the expectation, because our limited human view limits us. It does not see the potential, and the more we try to put it in a box of what we intend and expect our healing to be, the more we take away that opportunity for that light, that higher frequency of light, to shift our lives in ways we never imagined, that we would never consciously in our limited viewpoint see. And then once they do, we have that new expanded viewpoint, which then of course we do not limit still. So of course the question is, how many reconnective sessions do you get? Well, that is up to you. Only you know, and only you can decide. Start with 1. Many people like to get 3. 3 is a very honored number in the Reconnective Healing frequencies. However, it's up to you. Many clients will get 1 and have profound awakenings, realizations, and changes, and they want to watch those, experience them unfold, unwind, and then maybe down the road, a month, a year later, we'll get another. Yet many clients like to get 3, maybe spaced apart by a week, and experience what those 3 will do. And that's also very powerful. It's up to you, and there is no rule. What is important to know is this is not set up for a dependency. I do not want to see you over and over and over. It is not about dependency. One session can be life-changing, and it might be all you ever need. Now, could you come back for a tune-up? Of course. If you feel like you regain that balance and then you lose that balance, come back, reconnect again. But don't at all ever believe that you need to be dependent on coming to a practitioner, because that's not what it's about. It's about sharing the frequency. I open the door, you walk through the door, and then you have that power to share the frequencies and the beauty of this with everyone you encounter. And you can learn reconnective healing as well. It's simple. We overcomplicate healing. It's simple. Reconnective healing is a beautiful way to bring more peace, more love, more joy, and more awareness into your life. if you would like to book a session, or if you have any questions at all, please reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to answer them and more than happy to share this experience with you.